All right, though. So, yeah, shout out to internet outages. There's that for all of 4 minutes. But the good news is I noticed in time. I was able to save in time. We didn't lose any progress. Yes, it keeps loading up the wrong file, though. Whenever I hit franchise mode, it always just loads up the wrong file, and I don't know why. Instead of this one, which is the one that it should have loaded up, it keeps loading up that one from immediately after our loss to the Minnesota Wild. Just twist the knife, EA. Just twist it. But, yeah, draft time. Damn it. I don't know if you guys, what might have been cut off for you in terms of the record book, but yeah, all you needed to know was that Cale Makar was really freaking good, and Matthias Pajärvi is absolutely going to hit 1,000 goals. It's pretty much the thing to note, right, at this stage. So, oh boy. All right. Lovely draft time. Again, we did not win the lottery. Shats and gigs. Not saying this is what we're going to do. But in theory, if I said, you know what, I want to blow it up. Yeah, I can't even find a trade for Wasselen. Or Park, because they make too much money. Even DeRoche would have to include players. So, yeah, I'm stuck with them, man. I'm stuck with them. Pick number 9. Where'd that power forward or that grinder go? He was a power forward. Denise, 79 overall, medium elite. With 1 T. It's fine. Who's available with that 9th overall pick? We have a grinder and Bruce Busenius. Peltel is there. Gregory Playfair. Vyacheslav Sergeyev. Cohen Parse. That guy sucks. Helmerson. A complete unknowns. That's way too risky to draft this early. A couple more DFDs who probably aren't that good. I'm going to look all the way through the second round and then call our timeout, as we've done before. Just because there might actually be some good players in the second round that we want to be made aware of early. We got a medium starter, goalie. A couple grinders or power forwards. Oh, me too, actually. Me too. Not going to worry about Pospisil. Right. All right, let's go use our timeout here. We're going to try and hit as big of a home run as we can with these 2 picks. So for goalies, the only goalie on the list so far is Cristiano Lampman. No strengths, no weaknesses compared to Braden Holtby, 5 years out at 17 as a medium starter. I mean, that's okay. Defense. A lot of dudes. Sergeyev. Certainly isn't looking that great. Petri Pettinen. Certainly not looking that great. 4 years out at 18 at best. Per Helmerson. Hello. Okay, he is now top of the list, is Mr. Helmerson. What about Pierce Bennington? Unconfirmed, 3 years out. Unconfirmed, medium elite. I mean, you can't take that over Helmerson. Nico Biespanen. Might be okay, maybe. Jakub Filatov, unconfirmed, 2 years out with a Chelios comparison. Double. Isak. That's not Isaac. Isak. Isak Prince. What a name. And then Playfair isn't bad, but those other 2 defensemen are better. Right wing side was Peltola. No. And Caden Ranford. Potentially a good physical category. It's only 1 out of 4. Looks like we're taking a defenseman here. What about Jonathan Bickle? Cohen Parse. Not bad, but the defense was better. And then Corbin Dicka. Also not going to cut it. The centers, Jordan McGinn. 3 years out at 20. Dmitry Semin. 3 years out at 18. And then Bruce Busenius. Isn't bad. Meaning, we are down to these 4 players. And really, Lampman's probably the second round pick, so it's either Busenius, Filatov, or Helmerson. Busenius is top 10 projected. Unconfirmed 1 year out. Filatov is unconfirmed 2 years out, but 3 out of 4 for a medium elite. It's got to be between Helmerson or Busanius. It's got to be. And again, Per Helmerson, if he's that good, that is exactly the type of defenseman that we need ASAP. I'm just worried about that potential. Busanius obviously doesn't look that bad. We need more defense than we do offense. It seems kind of crazy with the 9th pick to take Helmerson over Busanius, but Helmerson looks better. And we need defense more. We're taking the Swede. Per Helmerson. 76 overall, medium top 4. That's not bad. No abilities, but he pretty much immediately goes to the NHL. So that's not bad. I mean, if Busanius is great, then so be it. But that was a pretty solid pick for us. Busanius was a 68 medium top 6. We made the right choice. Absolutely made the right choice. He fell even further down, so. Round number 2, we pretty much know that the best guy that we can get here is the goalie. Like, unless we take a chance on... Well, Binnington, maybe. Binnington, maybe. Prince was 3 years out, but it's showing Binnington... Yeah, I mean, there's a real good chance he's a medium 6. He does have the Hamhuis comparison, where Prince doesn't, though. Don't know if I heard the dog bark, so allow me to look more foolish than I typically do for a minute. Dmitry Semin, 3 years out. It doesn't look promising. It really doesn't. If we look at goalies in this draft... Tuomas Tarvainen looks outstanding. We don't know for sure what his potential is. We know what Lampman is. Right, we're taking a goalie. It's going to be one of those two. Defense is... I mean, there's a couple of potential low elites. I mean, and then again, I'm looking at every player type again, just because my mind is like, please give me all of these players. Even though I can't take all of these players. There's so many two-ways. There is an Enforcer and Neil Nightingale, though. So that's not bad. God, man. God. This is, There we go. This is bad news bears. This is bad news bears, isn't it? Wow. Obviously, we still gotta call a timeout and look at forwards, but this is this is not looking good. Son of Willow. Yeah. Maybe he can bring some positivity to the team, right? Maybe. Right wing side. Nothing. Absolutely nothing outside of Holden Fiddler or a medium 9 Miroslav Kudrock. But again, we got to aim higher than that. Left wing side, Terrell Hannon. David Stillman. And for the center, oh, thank God. That's what we needed. A confirmed low elite. And Pierce Tanabe, thank God. We needed that so badly. So badly. Okay. What do we want to do here? Again, there are two goalies. Lampman would have to be taken now, but Tarvainen looks like he could be the real deal. Defensively. We got Braxton Hoyles, 3 out of 4 low elite. 5 years out at 19. Camden Woolley. Is there anybody with a half-decent ETA, or are we all 4 to 5 years? Mironov and Binnington weren't that bad. Edmonds could be in that mix as well. Right wing side, it's just Fiddler. He's 5 years out. Hannon. Stillman. Long development times. Pierce Tanabe, obviously we can get later. And then there's Dmitry Semin. So Binnington could be worth the risk. We know we're going to avoid Lampman and go for a goalie later on. So it's either Binnington, Dmitry Semin. It's one of those two. We go for the Estonian. 3 years out, unconfirmed crease crasher. Or do we go for another defenseman? There's no denying top-end defense is what we need the most now. I'm going to go for Binnington and risk it. I think Semin will be better, but... medium 4 to 60 overall for Binnington. That's not too bad. He's 17 as well. That's actually a pretty decent pick. I'm not upset about that. How good was the forward, though? Lampman was a 55 medium starter, so we dodged not a bullet, but we did better. Semin was a low 6. We made the right choice. Round number 3. Who do we have that's projected to go around this time? A forward in Holden Fiddler. 5 years out. We have a defenseman, Camden Woolley. 4 years out, but he's 20. Jesus. Yeah, for that reason, Camden, you are out of here. Fiddler was at least 18 years old. There is the defenseman, 20-year-old William Edmonds. He's 3 years out. That's not ideal. And David Stillman. Stillman's looking like the best one here. I mean, you could argue we don't have to take him that early. I guess our choice is going to be Holden Fiddler. Go for the American here. Medium 9, that sounds about right. Round number 4. It's been an okay draft for us. Last year's was better, significantly. All right, we were going to take that goalie probably in the next round. Defense. We could take that guy in the 7th round. We could take that guy in the 6th. That's 5, 6, and 7 locked up then. And then Tanabe. Pekka's a 2-way. Noted. Get him out of there. Not surprised I missed somebody. Well, that leaves... I mean, Hoyles isn't likely to be that good since he was projected that low. That's the issue. Let's get Hoyles out of there. Well, this is it. This is our talent roster. 3 guys to take. It's round 4. So we're looking at Stillman, Hannon, or Mironov. Stillman, 18 years old, 4 years out. Hannon's 18 and 5 years out. And then Mironov is 18 and potentially 3 years out. Let's go for Mironov. Probably an enforcer as well. So it'll be Mironov, Tarvainen, Tanabe, and Nightingale. Go for Vladimir Mironov. Let's try it. Low 6. Okay, that was a disaster. All right, let's take the goalie, Tarvainen out of Vexo. 72 overall is great, but he's a medium backup. Not a great draft class for goalies. Round number 6. We are looking at Hannon, Nightingale, or Tanabe. It's got to be Nightingale that we go for here. Hey, we'll take Nightingale. 49 overall, low elite. 17 years old, though. Time to develop. Not bad. And then 7th round, we take the slam dunk steal of Pierce Tanabe. 49 overall, low elite. So a couple of big-time projects. It's not our worst draft. As per usual, the middle of it was a little bit bumpy. But that was okay. It was okay. And an okay draft, given that we had the 9th overall pick, actually isn't that bad. So the big question is free agency now. The hell is this going to look like for this team in the re-sign phase? Bonks and RFA. Last opportunity to get some compensation for him. Bottom line is, though, I don't think we will. I don't think that's going to happen. But we might as well try. I mean, we can save a little bit of money. We might as well. It's fine. We got Versteeg, Wesley. We know we're going to let go of Mauricio Versteeg once upon a time. He did very well for us in a playoff series. 100th overall pick in 2026, but it's time to let Versteeg go. That way we can sign the medium elite Wesley. And that'll be our 4 goalies there because we also still have Schlemko. Unless Bonk somehow gets qualified, but I doubt it. Well, we didn't even qualify. We just tried to sign him. Defense. Turakov. Massive, massive disappointment, this guy. We'll sign him for 2 years, so he's still an RFA upon contract expiration, but the odds he ever gets offer sheeted are incredibly slim. We got guys like Finley and Gove that we're probably going to have to let go of. We need to sign Helmerson to his ELC. There's Audette, Peckham. Nightingale is a low elite. Put my first FIFA drop in and I never want to play one again. Correct, Major. I could have told you that was a bad idea.
Here comes a pitch.
I could have told you that was a real bad idea. I remember 5 years ago when I found you streaming NHL and I imagined what a new NCAA game would bring content.
That with the Patriots jacket.
50, you're finally going to get your answer soon.
Ruining a good piece of pizza.
Soon. Thank you for the 67 months, by the way. 60, I mean, god damn, you've almost hit Sin's goal total when we did the 2K10 Sens run and he had Heatley. 50, thank you for that. Welcome back. And, man, fun. Over 5 years ago. 5.5. It's nuts. Binnington was in junior, trying to earn XP. That's fair, but also dangerous move. Mironov sucks. Peckham can still get better. So we might as well bring him back. Audette, Gove, and Finley are toss-ups. Right wing side, McQueen, Bootland, Stützle's deal is up. Fiddler's in junior. Left wing side, we got Markstrom, who's developed a bit. Tamarinis is starting to develop. He definitely won't get a qualifying offer this early, but bring him for the 2 years. Haller won't get a qualifying offer. Let's bring him in. Houtinen isn't good. Isn't good. We needed high-end defense, but yeah, now we still very much need forward depth as well. Morin and Letourneau have to be re-signed. We're not going to let go of Wrights. 1 year deal. Ricci. And then Tanabe. Were you in junior? No. So we'll sign him immediately. Let's advance a day. We do have $50 million in cap space, which is nice. Wesley signed, Bonk, Wrights, Tanabe, Nightingale, Tamarinis, Haller, Peckham. Nobody rejected those offers. That's good news. So those will be the 4 goalies this upcoming year. Our goaltending is still solid-ish. Defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. AHL is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3 extras. It's time to cut some of the dead weight. You know, Cesar Audette's not bad for an AHL caliber defenseman, but we're not trying to have good AHL caliber defensemen right now. We're trying to develop good NHL caliber defensemen. 3rd round pick in 2029. Never played an NHL game with us. Cesar, we're going to let you go. Andrew Gove, 4th round pick in 2028. Physical as hell, but can't skate worth a damn. 178 career games at the NHL level with us. Andrew, you are out. And so is Big Ted Finley. 2nd rounder in 2028. 34th overall. Has only 96 games with us at the NHL level. But yeah, it's time for old terrible Ted Finley to get the hell off of this team. Right wing side, oh boy, just the forwards in general, actually. We have to see what the situation is. So in theory, Ender, congrats on the first emote, by the way. That is twitch.tv/super_Nintendo. Super Chicken Nintendo. So let's see, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, leaving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, time to cut the dead weight. That's all skaters. Fuck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do have a couple of extra forwards, but we can bring people back and healthy scratch others. So Hautanen, we'll bring you back for a little bit. Stützle, massive disappointment that you are. We'll bring you back for the year. Ricci, I mean, no one will qualify him at that overall. Markstrom, now a UFA. Not going to sign you yet. We're going to go for the big dogs. First. So, Letourneau. Go 10 mil for 1 year. Roger McQueen. 13.5 for 1 year. Oh boy, this is going to get expensive. Zach Morin. 8.5 for a year would be an absolute steal for a player of his caliber. And then Ashton Bootland will go 1 year, 7 mil. Let's see. Ricci accepts. Bootland's back. Morin rejects. Letourneau as well, but McQueen is back. Stützle rejects. Hautanen signs. So if we look at all expiring, it is just those 4. And we got $32 million to get it done. So we are going to be able to keep the team intact for at least 1 more season in its current form. Let's see. Morin will go 1 year at 9 mil. See if he'll take that. That would be kind of nice. And then Markstrom will have the money to give you a deal. This team needs a bald buyer. It really, really does. And Rainier Stützle wants a one-way deal, so we'll just give it to him. Whatever. Morin rejects. Letourneau rejects. Stützle signs. Markstrom signs. We got $30 million. So let's go 1 year, $13 million for Dean Letourneau to try and bring him back. I did not expect him to be one of the most difficult players to negotiate with. And then Zach Morin as well. This team needs a new... Oh, shit. How dare you? You know what this team needed was a goddamn goalie who could stop a puck over the course of 4 games. And apparently 3 different guys weren't good enough for the job. There we go. That should be enough. If they reject these deals, they're out of their minds. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So $6.6 million in cap space. We have a little bit more maneuverability than we've had over the last couple of off seasons, which is nice. And let's see what the coaching staff situation looks like. We have no big RFAs, of course, to worry about. This team needs Shea Weber, boy. We really do. So we'll go after the A+ DeFazio for that AHL head coaching job. He is in high demand with a pretty damn solid all-time record. And then we'll leave that assistant coach spot vacant so that we can maneuver around a bit. We also need 8 scouts. I'm not even really interested in having B-rated scouts, so we'll just go after the 4 A- options. So, super, super quick off season. We'll be able to get to the preseason in near record time. DeFazio did sign. Let's get these scouts in there. And then pray for some more off-season development is all we can do. And see if the Big Six is, in fact, Big Sixly enough to actually accomplish something. I don't even know if Bonk's going to be our starter. That other guy, Skewin, might actually outrate him by the time this season starts. So let's take a look. Goaltending. Yeah, Skewin is higher rated than Dominic Bonk. That'll be the NHL combination. Defensively. Oh boy. Gallagher and Homer kind of are what they are. Magnus Jansson's going to be a guy to try out, because if we can get that potential to go up, he could end up being really good. And the Kapitanov's already up to a 73. I have a decision to make here. Turikov is technically an NHLer. Shit. Oh, there's just not enough spots to do everything I'd like to do with this team in terms of getting people to play. But Janssen and Kapitanov will be in the NHL. Kapitanov's going to play with Park this year. Just, again, to try to get that overall to skyrocket. It's a risk because he performed very well at the AHL level. So you could argue, why not do it again? But I think we have a great opportunity to get that guy's overall up there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's send these two down for the moment. So Corvo's looking good. We got Heberlein, Tamarinis, Helms, and Reitz, whatever it is. Reitz at 24 isn't going to get that much better. Ho is 24. I don't think this is really anybody else to boost up here. Yeah, I think we just go with highest rated forwards for this year. Maybe we go highest rated forwards for the defense too. Maybe we do. How many defensemen do I have in the AHL that have to play, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no space. There is no space. Unless certain AHL forwards are playing. Like the auto-signed depth. Bring one back. VHS tapes or dial-up? Dude, VHS. It's not even a conversation. Who the hell would bring back dial-up? Who would bring back dial-up? That would be the worst thing ever. Dude, I still have a freaking collection of wrestling VHS tapes in my parents' basement. Where all internet fans belong. Their parents' basement. You got mail. I can customize that sound effect to play without actually having to have that shit of internet speed, you know? Okay. Do we keep the top 6 together like that, or spread the wealth? I think we keep it that way. I think we do. So the 4th line, Helms is the center. 3rd line looks good. What if we put Letourneau up there instead of McQueen? Slightly change things up with that top line. We haven't really done, but we just base it off of OVR. That works. Not worried about a +5 compared to a +4. Defensively, is Janssen a low 4? He was. So we go Kapitanov, Park, Helmerson, DeRocher, Janssen, Turikov. It's really not that bad. And then Skewin and Bonk in goal, also not bad. We might. It's been a couple of seasons now since I've spoken with optimism. But we might be able to pull this off. We got 2 medium elite goalies, both age 21 in the AHL, so we have other goalies that will get a chance to try and prove themselves. Defensively, we know Gallagher needs to take a seat for Delorme. Homer's not really going to get any better, so he'll be out for Sontag. And Lorenzo Peckham will be out for Bentley. That's honestly perfect. Lefty-righty. 2 lefties here. Who's got the better shot? That guy does. No, line handle and Leonard. So again, we got a low elite, a medium elite, 2 more low elites, a medium 4. Granted, he's 22. We do have some players with potential here. We might be okay. I really don't want to get my hopes up in case you couldn't tell. But there might be some weird-ass reality where this team doesn't totally suck for the rest of our time with them. I can't believe I'm even saying that, but there is a possibility. We'll sort this by those with the highest potentials being further up. Kyler Owen can come out for the highest rated healthy scratch of a forward, and that is Sawyer. Whatever, Sawyer can just play there. It's fine. Bunch of low sixes. And the lowest overall dude from the top of that list is Walls. Okay. Go for Callahan. Stutzel's 26. He might still get better. So, best centerman's there. And Sawyer. Swap Stützle and Walls. And then from here... we'll just go off of overall. That works. 79, 16, 70. So Osplund as the center. Harvey Ho is the center there. Again, the AHL team actually has some hope behind it. The NHL team, there's starting to be a little smidge of optimism. I could see a world where we make the playoffs this year. Hector Witt, 69 scheme fits. It'll be tough to beat. 55 for Tucker Hansen. Harkins, 66. Ooh, offensive focus, though. That might be better than a physical focus. Phillips, 60. DeFazio, 66. As a generalist with a balanced approach. Lynn, 67. We got a lot of coaches that have a decent little scheme fit here. And DeMello's a 60. I mean, it makes sense to have an A-plus coach. It's going to be DeFazio. His teaching and influence is outstanding. Hansen's fine there. Let's send him down. This guy was the goalie coach. Witt was also a goalie coach. This guy has better teaching. So Witt's going to go from head coach to assistant. We'll have two goalie coaches there. That guy can stay there. Harkins. We just need an AHL assistant now. Is there a former player in this rank? B rank? Is that Sasha Barkov? It is Sasha Barkov. Let's bring in Shabarkov as an AHL assistant. Been a while since we tried to train up a coach. Who knows? Maybe Sasha Barkov is the answer. Maybe. Actually, quite a few B- coaches here. And then our scouts. The dub, 2 in the O, 2 in the Q. We need a U.S. Central. And we're going to get another season done here quickly. I really hope this is us making it back to the playoffs and not just speed running towards our inevitable demise. We need a DEL scout, Mr. Esch. You are off to Germany. That's what the D stands for. Deutschland. And then we need a Russian scout. Stolash. Have fun in the Russias, comrade. So let's see then. In terms of the lines and the chemistry, +4, +3, no minuses there. Defense, still a -3 on the third pairing, but it's not the end of the world. And then AHL, -2 on the third pair, but everything else is okay. And no chemistry effects for the fourth. Honestly, that's not bad. This is the best both teams have looked since we made that cup run. and fell short. 68% locker room chem. We do get Barkov in as well, which is nice. What Barkov give us as a chem? The Selke winner. The Patrice Bergeron Award chemistry, because he's going to win a bunch of them now that Bergey's gone. So in terms of the ratings here, because I'm going to have to hide the cam for a moment, 96, 86, 80. Somehow we have a better defense than the St. Louis Blues. I'll take that. I mean, we're still looking good. We're still looking good. If we get decent goaltending, you never know. And I know that's a big if about decent goaltending. One more time. Let's get another playoff prediction up there. But I think they can make it. I think they can make it. I don't remember giving Wasselin a letter, but whatever. I don't want to affect chemistry by doing that, so it's all good. AHL team, by the way. 1-0 for the old Glendale Giant Fists. Damn right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Are we back into the playoff mix, or are we still too bad to be good, but too good to be bad? Which was certainly the case last night. And last season. Not our best start to a season, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Weaker draft class than normal. Yeah, what else is new, man? High quality draft class actually means low quality draft class, clearly. Will end up being the Utah name. Hoping for Yeti or Mammoth. I think those are the two best options. I'm going to go with Yeti, though, if I had to bet. Well, that guy at 5'8" is definitely not a power forward. So, boys, you might as well make the playoffs because there's nobody good waiting for us in the draft. At least at the high end. So, let's make them playoffs, huh? Please? Please get back to making the second I say let's make the playoffs, we lose 3 in a row. It's so similar to last year. Streaky team. Every single time. Every single season we cook and then we don't. Except for the time that, we won, 50 some odd games in a season. Utah hockey team sounds just like the Washington football team. Exactly, and to be honest, I think it's a rare occasion where Washington football team actually kind of works. It's certainly a better name than the Commanders. I get it, they're going for, DC, Commander-in-Chief, and all of that, but, Then again, Commanders isn't the worst name that team has had in their franchise history. Says the woke leftist. Or whatever the hell the internet will call me. You guys have seen Twitter and stuff like that. So, your one with the Habs on 35-20 at the deadline. Great game. Hey, that's because Sam Montembeault is a lord. An absolute unit in goal. Samuel Montembeault. All right, obviously nothing we can do with the trade deadline. As per usual, I have Primo and... Never mind. Never mind. I'm going to dismiss the deadline trade alerts because there's never going to be a familiar name again. 34, 26, and 3. As things stand, we are the 8th seed in the playoffs. Cody, I don't know who that is. I'm telling you, Cody, stop being on Twitter. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We might actually be able to make it here. We might actually, we should check the lines. We should, just to see if there's anything else we can do. But we are on the cusp. The cusp of getting back to the playoffs for the first time in 3 years. Goaltending hasn't been great. Skewing is waiver eligible, but Bonk has been the better goalie. Oh, Mexico! Let's go! Gustav's Kapitanov. Oh, baby, did we get that unbelievable player growth that we were looking for? Yes. God, we needed that for this defense so badly. Let's go. Let's go. Holy shit. +5, +9, +5. He was, what, a 72 or something like that? +8 body checking and strength. The natural growth isn't even that crazy. But there's no statistical or morale. Was he at a 76? I mean, whatever. He's a fucking 84 now. I'm here for it. Paradise continuing that sub. Thank you very much for that. That was a perfect time for him to tear. Hey, thank God injuries are off. We needed that development so goddamn badly. AHL Tanabe up to a 68. Bowden's getting better. We are getting some decent player development here and there. We might have life. We might just have a chance to not fall flat on our faces. Third pairing hasn't been great, but they also haven't been abysmal. Baffle! I will try to draft Yankem Maputsky. I will try. I've heard so much about him. What's going on, my man? Friend of the channel, tremendous streamer, old BAFL. That's a Baffle. 99 on Twitch. Check him out. He streams almost every game that we do. But he has facial hair I could only dream of growing. Mine, again, it's just all neck. It's terrible. It's terrible. How are the forwards looking? Ugh. All right, let's reunite McQueen with that top line. That is the way to go. How's that third line do? Ooh, okay. Plus, minus, not great on the third line. Fourth line, it's okay. We'll send down Heberlein for Tamarnis. Yes. Yes. It's better defensively. Helms is a better skater. So, there we go. Just a couple of slight changes to this team, trying to get us over the edge. I used to think I was pretty good at drafting in my franchise, and I saw you draft, and I learned so much. How? Have you seen how inconsistent drafts are for me? I used to be so much better at drafting in this game. Now it's just throw a dart at the wall and hope for the best, man. Every time. We're off to a good start this month, though. Shootout loss, we'll take. Get us that pity point. Dude, I think 40 wins. Are we going back to the playoffs? I wasn't sure if we'd ever see the promised land ever again after getting reverse swept in the cup final. But right now, we are one of two wild cards. The things you look for, I saw a gem and would be like, ooh, shiny thing. That's fair, and that's an indictment on this game. Because you should see a gem and go, ooh, shiny thing, and be rewarded for it. How close are we to clinching a spot? Pretty damn close. Pittsburgh. Overtime loss, still haven't clinched. Buffalo. Have we still not clinched? Or does it not show it if... Aha! Yes! The boys are back! Unfinished business for the surviving members of the core. We are going back to the playoffs. Granted, it's as the 8th seed because we fucking choked in the month of April. We lost our final 5 games. Jesus. But I don't care. We're back in the playoffs. That's all that matters. We have some life. Thank God. I really thought we might be totally screwed. I really, really did. But let's make sure everyone's played their games. Take a look around the league now that we know we're going dancing one more time after a 45-win year. Seeing Buffalo in first place kind of hurts. Maybe one day it'll happen. Probably not, but maybe. Sabres did win the President's Trophy as we finished 14th in the league. The New Jersey Devils are just 50 points. We're at the bottom. But 14th in the league isn't that bad. Goals for per game. Good Lord, the Sabres cooked. We were 7th, though, in goals for to 3.87. I know that number's cut off. Goals against, mid-table. So if we can figure out our defense and our goaltending here, we should have a shot. Do we play the Sabres round 1? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Goalie-wise, you already know Dominic Bonk is going to be the starter. He is going to get that opportunity. Defensively, 56 points again for Chris Park. The fact we have a DFD that can put up 50-point seasons is insane. Absolutely insane. I'm so happy with that. So happy with that. DeRoche, 31 points. Gustav's Kapitanov again, all the way up to an 84. Not bad. And then for the forwards, 103 points, 49 goals for Brady Wasselin. Over a point per game in his career, still just 28 years old. Maybe not a bad thing that we held on to him. Caden Lindstrom, our captain, 95 points. Letourneau, 91. McQueen, 88 and 34 goals. So he benefited a lot from being away from Wasselin. He was able to score more goals. Defensively, though, the top 6 lines were a little bit weaker. 77 points for Bootlin, 76 for Morin. Markstrom had a great year. And we had some depth scoring as well. Not bad. If we get our line combinations right, easy for me to say, we should be okay. Say hello to Emil Mebus. Y'all might remember the franchise power forward that went first overall 10 years ago that we lost the lottery to not be able to get. Good Lord. Over a point per game in his career. Best season to date. Matthias Pajärvi with 80 goals. Now at 816 already. You got Gustavo Bloodhoff. 3rd overall in 2033. He showed up out of nowhere. Michkov's up there. Wasselin, Scantleberry. Shadowstalker, indeed. Robert Thomas, Will Smith, Tristan Brose, Ryan Suzuki. Top goal scorer, though, was Pajärvi, then Mebus. 31-year-old Connor Bedard at 837 goals, well over a point per game in his career. Is this draft glory? It sure is. It sure is. Quite a few guys managed to hit at least 50 goals, by the way. Not bad. Defensively, 95 points for Landon DuPont. Again, Cale Makar has retired. Zeev is up there. Zane Parekh, 31 goals. Zellweger up there. And Adam Fox hanging around at 39 years old. I mean, not that far off of being a point per game in his career. Has spent the last 2 years in Seattle. Winningest goaltender, Eric 2. 42 wins for the Rangers netminder. Shutout leader was him and Tommy Kiprasov in Seattle with 5 each. Save percentage king, for a starter at least, is Austin Ball. So anything over a 905 was spectacular this year. Bedard has won a cup in this timeline, if I'm not mistaken. Robert Helmerson is likely to win the Calder unless they give it to Kirill Nichushkin based on plus-minus. Ralph Heberlein certainly not going to win it for us. But we've done it. We are back in the playoffs, and we already know it's going to be the Buffalo Sabres, who are 1-0 against us lifetime in the postseason. Should be a great time.